First up, a long-anticipated statue commemorating the struggle of the former free man turned slave Solomon Northup is now available for the public to view. We caught the statue's full unveiling at the Avoyelles Courthouse earlier this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Solomon Northup Committee for Commemorative Works presents to you Hope Out of Darkness.
While most people kick off the new year with a new list of changes and resolutions for the future, Avoyelles Parish is starting the new year with a brand new statue, looking back on the past of Solomon Northup, a free man during the era of American slavery who was kidnapped into enslavement, spending 12 years in chains across both Rapides and Avoyelles parishes before eventually reacquiring his freedom.
Notice that the scars are not on him, it's his clothing, and that was a very symbolic piece, that they did not scar him to the point of despair. He is the lens through which we know this story, but there were many other people that were adversely affected and never got out, and so this part of the sculpture represents that. And if you'll notice, there's many hands in the mud, and there's 12 real handprints from people all over the country that had stories that directly are ripple effects of slavery in America.
The statue commemorating an endless pursuit of justice, finding a home in Marksville, and in the eyes of Jacques Goudot, a member of the Solomon Northup Committee, the brain behind the statue, Northup's legacy delves beyond remembrance. What do you think when they're driving down the street every day, or even a tourist, if they come down here and they see the statue, what do you think they'll see when they see it?
The first word that comes to mind is inspiration. I mean, you look at a man what you see immediately is him carrying broken shackles, right? So he didn't leave them behind. He broke the shackles and he's carrying them with him, because Solomon brought that message to the world. As soon as he was freed and returned home, he wrote an autobiography about his experience and became an abolitionist. And in the other hand, he's carrying what from far away looks to be a torch, a light, very symbolic. But when you look closer, it's not a torch, it's papers, right? It symbolizes his literacy. It symbolizes the letter that he wrote to pull himself up out of despair. It symbolizes his freedom papers that he received on these very grounds.
Grounds that will forever hold a testament to the history of slavery and the fight to uproot it.
They'll now be able to put a face with a name. They'll be able to put a face with the signage that they've seen for so long, where they wouldn't have known that was even, you know, a real issue here in Marksville at one time.
And the commemoration for Solomon Northup went above and beyond outside the courthouse. During the unveiling, choir members sang songs, and a dance team performed an interpretive dance. And the governor's office issued a proclamation commemorating the statue's importance to Louisiana's